question, why do we want these things? What is in our minds that once we have these things, what's going to come? At the end of the day, the simple answer to that, which every human being knows, is I'll be happy. If I get the job that I really want, I'll be happy. If I get married to the person I want to get married to, I'll be happy. If I'm able to buy that house, I'll be happy. If I'm able to live in this neighborhood, I'll be happy. If I'm able to move to that country or that city, then I'll be happy. Some young man feels stuck in their home. They don't want to live in their small town. They're like, if I get accepted into that university and move to that town, man, I'm going to be so happy, right? So all of these things, they boil down to one common denominator, which, our great American history describes as the pursuit of happiness, right? So we're looking for this one thing, and we keep trying to find it in these pursuits that you and I have in our lives. In fact, we go through a lot of sadness and a lot of difficulty and a lot of pain because of this dream of acquiring something one day that will make us happy. So you work maybe even at a job that you don't like because you're saving up because you want to get something eventually that's going to make you happy, right? Some kids, they get allowance, right? And they just really want this pair of shoes. They're not going to spend their allowance, even though all the other siblings are getting candy, this or that. They're withholding all these smaller happinesses because they're waiting for this bigger happiness. So they're saving so they can buy those shoes or whatever it is that they want, a video game or, So this idea that we're willing to sacrifice for the sake of a greater happiness is actually a big part of life. It's the reason why students study hard at a university. Studying is not a joyful experience. There are other students in the same university that are partying, that are hanging out, that are wasting their time. And then you have some students that are working really, really hard, because some students look at happiness at a party or at hanging out or cutting class or going out and chilling or just sleeping. That's their happiness. Another student sees, well, this looks like it's happiness, but I really want to have the happiness of being financially independent, of being successful. I want to feel the joy of hearing my dad say that he's proud of me, or my family celebrating my graduation, or whatever, right? Being the pride and joy of the family. They've got some other pursuit of happiness in their mind. But at the end of the day, the irresponsible one and the responsible one have something in common. They're both pursuing some kind of happiness. So it is actually, for the students of psychology, it is one of the most fundamental questions when you're trying to figure out what's going on inside of the psyche of a person. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? And by the way, what makes you happy is a question that should be different from what is good stress relief for you. Because happiness is something you're running towards. Stress relief is something you're getting away from. You're escaping something. You're stressed out about work. You're stressed out about some family argument. You're stressed out about this or that.